Sacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om. What was being discussed in the last session? You young man, what? Come hither, come hither. I am deaf, not partially, but a stone deaf. Self-surrender. Yes, yes, I remember. What more? What? Preceptor. You? I shall listen to all of you. At the end of this session, I shall talk to you separately with everyone. Okay. Now, what will be discussed? The continuity should be kept. Yes. What did I discuss last? Surrender. Yes, surrender, self-surrender, yes. But up to which did I tell you? I am an old man, rather you may call me an old fool to forget everything every now and then. Yeah. Okay. What is the purpose of yoga? The primary purpose in yoga is to exile the limited outward-looking ego and to enthrone God in its place as the ruling inhabitant of the nature. And this means first to disinherit desire and no longer accept the enjoyment of desire and ruling human motive. Yes, desire always rule over us. Many desire. Desire for everything, every element to fulfill our thirst, our earthly thirst, our carnal thirst. Yes. Okay. The spiritual life will draw its substance not from desire, but from a pure and selfless spiritual delight of essential existence. And not only the vital nature in us whose stamp is desire, but the mental being too must undergo a new birth and a transfiguring change. Our divided, egoistic, limited and ignorant thought and intelligence must disappear. In its place, there must steam in the Catholic and faultless play of a shadowless divine illumination, which shall culminate in the end in a natural self-existent truth consciousness, free from groping half-truth and stumbling error. Our confused and embarrassed ego, centered, small motivated will and action must cease and make room for the total working of a swiftly, powerful, lucidly automatic, divinely moved and guided force. There must be implanted and activated in all our beings a supreme, impersonal, unfaltering and unstumbling will in spontaneous and untroubled unison with the will of the divine. The unsatisfying surface play of our feeble egoistic emotions must be ousted, and there must be revealed instead a secret, deep and vast physic heart within that waits behind them for its hour. All our feelings impelled by this inner heart in which dwells the divine will be transmuted into calm and intense movements of a in twin passion of divine love and manifold ananda, what we say, the pure bliss, ananda ghana. In the terms of Vedanta, I should say ananda ghana. This is the definition of a divine humanity or supramental race. This is not an exaggerated or even a sublimated I have not been limiting. Yes. It's an energy, it's a true energy. When I in my last session, or when I told you that from the navel region it comes. I didn't measure in kilowatt, but it should be the measuring unit should be something like this, like kilowatt or something else. Yes. Yes. It is not an exaggerated, but supramental, sublimated, the sublimated energy of human intellect and action. Yes, something of this type exists in the Superman, whom we call yogi, whom we are called to evolve by our yoga. In the ordinary human existence, an outgoing action is obviously 3/4 or even more of our life. It is only the exceptions, the saint and the seer, the rare thinker, poet and artist, who can live more within themselves. These indeed, at least in the most intimate parts of their nature, shape themselves more in inner thought and feeling than in the surface act. But it is not either of these sides separated from the other, but rather a harmony of the inner and the outer life made one in fullness and transfigured into a play of something beyond them, which will create the form of a perfect living. Tell me? No, don't interrupt. Yes. Remember, a yoga of works, a union with the divine in our will and acts, and not only in knowledge and feeling, is then an indispensable, inexpressibly important element of internal and integral yoga. The conversion of our thought and feeling without corresponding convention in the spirit and body of our works would be a not typical, but universal achievement. Yes, a maimed achievement. In spite of all this, if this total conversion is to be done, there must be a consecration of our actions and outer movement as much as of our mind and heart to the divine. There must be accepted and progressively accomplished a surrender of our capacities of working into the hands of a greater power behind us and our sense of being the door. When I do something, always it is placed at the door of someone. Whenever we are playing the role of doer, there must be a finder. There is the universal finder, you know. Yes. All must be given a more direct, for a more direct use into the hands of the divine will, which is hidden by these frontal appearances. Yes. For by that permitting will alone is our action possible. A hidden power is the true Lord and overruling observer of our acts. Remember, what you do, there is someone looking at you as a passive onlooker. Yes, the Atman is the looker. You are the doer while he is the looker. Yes. That hidden power is the true Lord. What I did say, he is overruling observer of our acts. And only he knows through all the ignorance and perversion of deformation brought in by the ego. Yes, whenever it is in, how does it come? By the ego. Ego of the entire sense and ultimate purpose. There must be effected a complete transformation of our limited and distorted egoistic life. Life, not only life, but life and works, into the large and direct outpouring of a greater divine life. Will and energy that now secretly supports us. This greater will and energy must be made conscious in us and mastered. No longer must it remain as now only a superconsciousness upholding and permitting force. There must be achieved an undistorted transmission through us of all wise purpose and progress and process of a now hidden omniscient power and omnipotent knowledge, which will turn into its pure, unbusted, unobstructed, I should say. Yes, I am an old fool. Yes, happily consenting and participating channel of all our transmuted nature. This pole of total consecration and surrender, and this resultant entire transformation and free transformation make up the whole fundamental means and the unlimited aim of an integral karma yoga. Yes. Even for those who first natural movement is a, yes, there are people whose first natural movement is a consecration, a surrender, and a resultant entire transformation of the thinking. Yes, thinking mind and its knowledge, or a total consecration, surrender and transformation of the heart and its emotions. By the consecration of works is needed element in that change. Otherwise, although they may find God in other life, they will not be able to fulfill the divine in life. Life for them will be a meaningless, undivine, inconsequence only. Not for them, yes, not for them the true victory that shall be the key of the riddle of our terrestrial existence. Their love will not be absolute love. Absolute love is triumphant over self. Their knowledge will not be the total consciousness and the all-embracing knowledge. Yes, it is possible. Indeed, it is possible. Yes, to begin with knowledge of God word solely or with both together, and to leave works for the final movement of the jiva. Works, not the work of livelihood. You know better, you know well, all you know well, what do I mean to say? Yes. Yes. You people are well educated and intelligent to understand all this. Yes, there will be an immense difficulty in transforming the outer life and the body. Or we shall find that our action does not correspond with the inner light. It still follows the old accustomed mistaken paths. It still obeys the old normal imperfect influences. The truth within us continues to be separated by a painful gulf from the ignorant mechanism of our external nature. This is frequent experience because in such a process the light and power come to be self-contained and unwilling to express themselves in life, or to use the physical means prescribed for the earth and her processes. It is as if we are living in another, a larger and subtler world, and had no divine hold, perhaps little hold of any kind upon the material and terrestrial existence. Yes. Yet would the ideal working of an integral yoga be a movement, even from the beginning, integral in its process and whole and many-sided in its progress. In any case, our present preoccupation with a yoga, integral in its same and complete movement, but starting from works and proceedings by works. Yes, although at each step and more moved by a vivifying divine love and more illuminated or illumined, better I should say, by a helping divine knowledge. My English is too poor to express. Yes, I can't express myself well. Yes. As the Vedic rishis insisted in the beginning, the words of the supreme wisdom and expressive only to those who are already of the wise. Yes. The the Gita at its cryptic close may seem by its silence to stop short of that solution for which we are seeking. It pauses at borders of the highest spiritual mind and does not cross them into splendorous and supramental light. And yet its secret of dynamic and not only static identity with the inner presence, its highest mystery of absolute surrender to divine guide, Lord and inhabitant of our nature is the central secret. This surrender is indispensable. Yes, it is the indispensable means of the supramental change, and again it is through the supramental change that the dynamic identity becomes possible. Where do we go? Where should we go? Where to search? Over hill and dale, and mountains range, in temple, church and mosque, in Vedas, Bible, Al-Quran, I had searched for thee in vain. Like a child, in the wildest forest lost, I have tried and cried alone. Where art thou gone, my God, my love? The echo answered, gone, gone. Yes, and days and nights and years then passed. A fire was in the brain. I knew not when they changed in night. The heart seemed rent in twain. I laid me down in the Ganges shore, exposed to sun and rain. With burning tears I laid the dust, and wailed with waters roar. I called on all holy names, oh, every time, and cried, show me the way in mercy, ye great ones who have reached the goal. No one answered. No one answered. Years then passed in bitter cry. Each moment seemed in age, till one day midst my cry and groans, someone seemed calling me, a gentle, soft, soothing voice that said, my son, that seemed to thrill in unison with all the chords of my soul. I stood on my feet and tried to find the place the voice came from. I searched and turned to see round me, before, behind, again it seemed to speak, the voice divine to me. In rapture, all my soul was hushed, entranced, enthralled in bliss. A flash illumined all my soul. The heart of my heart opened wide. Oh joy, oh bliss, what do I find? My love, you are here, and you are here, my love, my all. And I was searching thee. From all eternity, you were there, enthroned in majesty. From that day forth, where'er I roam, I feel him standing by, over hill and dale, high mount and vale, far, far away and high, the moon's soft light, the stars so bright, the glorious orb of day. He shines in them, his beauty, my reflected lights are they, the majestic morn, the melting eve, the boundless billowy sea. In nature's beauty, songs of birds, when the calamity seizes me, the heart seems weak and faint, all nature seems to crush me down with laws that never mind, that never bend. Meseems I hear thee whispering sweet, my love, I am near, I am near, I am near. My heart gets strong with thee, my love. 1,000 deaths, no fear. Thou speakest in mother's lay that shuts the baby's eyes. When innocent children laugh and play, I see the standing by me. When holy friendship shakes the hand, he stands between them two. He pours the nectar in mother's kiss, and the baby's sweet mama. Thou went, my God, with prophets old, all creeds to come from thee. The Vedas, the Bible and Quran hold sing thee in harmony. Thou art the soul of souls in the rushing stream of life. Om Tat Sat Om. Thou art my God, my love. I am thine, I am thine, I am thine. Om. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaktam Jena Characharam Tatpadam Darsitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om.